Is this thing on? I am 9 months pregnant and let's build my hospital bag together. Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm sharing what is going in my hospital bag. I've never done this before. I'm a new mom to be. First trip to the hospital here to have a baby. If you are also trying to figure out what to put in your bag, read the comments because I'm gonna have other people who have had kids comment below with what they put in their hospital bags, what they wish they had, what they wish they didn't bring, and hopefully we can make this a conversation. Today's video is sponsored by Miscellaneous, which is the planner company that I made my hospital bag list inside of. I've been using Miscellaneous planners for a couple of years now. This is my new 2022 planner. It's the pink clay cover and it has my name written on it in gold in the serif font. They really help you with, figuring out your priorities for the year, figuring out how to live a purposeful life, achieve all the goals you want to achieve. There are built-in habit trackers, yearly spreads, monthly spreads, and weekly spreads. It's kind of just my dream planner setup. I'm going to be taking maternity leave at the start of 2022, so I'm not going to be using this for work the way I typically use my planners. My goal is to use this planner as kind of like a daily tracker as I enter into motherhood. So I'm going to use it to track things like feeding, and I don't know, everyone tells me that I have to write down like when the baby eats and what side of my boob he eats on and how many times he pees and poops, at least for the first couple of weeks, so that I can report to the pediatrician. So this is gonna be like my little baby book. So I got you guys a great discount code. It's Lucie Fink 15, all caps. I'll put all the details down below in the description box, but it will get you a great discount on your own 2022 Miscellaneous planner. And I believe the code is valid all the way through January 31st of 2022. So I created this list and I've sort of split it up into a few categories. So when it comes to going to the hospital, I need items for myself, Michael needs some items, the baby needs some items, and then there's kind of like miscellaneous other stuff that I sort of forgot about when I was making the lists and I just threw into the other category. I'm planning on packing everything in this hard-shelled away suitcase. I'm using the smallest size here. It's also sitting on my bed right now on a towel for sanitation reasons because Michael would be upset if he knew I was putting the rolly suitcase on the bed, on his side of the bed. And my plan is to pack most of the stuff in this hard-shelled suitcase, and then I'm also probably going to take a backpack or some sort of a shoulder small duffel type bag as a secondary bag, but I haven't picked which other bag I'm using yet. I'm probably gonna take something that I own from Dagny Dover. I have a bunch of stuff from there, so I'll pop up a few options of what those bags might look like. But right now I'm just showing you what's going inside. Starting with the For Lucie list. So the first thing on my list is 2 pairs of comfortable pajamas. First things first is this little Amazon Basics, really soft nightgown pajama thing. I didn't want anything that would have like a waistline or that would not let me, easy access. And then the second one is kind of similar, but it is a t-shirt version, and this was actually from Freedom Mom. I think this is kind of a birthing gown in that it has these buttons that can kind of just go down on both sides and also the entire back. And I do plan on getting an epidural, so I know this will be useful. I could just kind of like peel this down to let them do the epidural and then someone can snap me back up. I'll probably be living in these 2 outfits the whole time. 2 PJs. Next are slippers. Here they are. These are my little smiley face slippers. I wear these all over the house, so I'll be bringing these to the hospital. Some people told me I need like nursing and or pumping bras. I don't know, but I brought them. This is a standard nursing bra, just a very soft black cotton one. This is the kind that, unhooks and will strap down so I can breastfeed from it. And then this is more of like a bustier. I don't know how to say that word, but it's like a bustier with the holes so I can like pump through here. I'm not bringing my own actual electric breast pump to the hospital because I know they have stuff like that. And I also know that in those first few days, I'm not even gonna have a full milk supply, but I'm just bringing these 2 bras. Next, I am bringing these 2 extra long charging iPhone cables. I got 2, one for me, one for Michael. These are the 10-foot long cords. I've heard from almost everyone that's gone to the hospital that if you want to have your phone charged and nearby, that the plugs in the hospital rooms are not in convenient locations. And if you want to be able to be on your phone while it's charging, you need the long cords. This I'm not packing yet, but I'm ultimately going to bring my pillow and a pillowcase. I can't go anywhere without my pillow, so this little girl's coming with us. Up next is this little Bluetooth speaker. This is from Tech Candy. I don't even remember where I got this, but we currently leave this in our shower. A lot of people say they want to play relaxing music. I probably will have Taylor Swift on repeat, just, you know, all of Taylor's versions of everything. So we're bringing our own little portable speaker. Next tech item is this little battery operated fan. You can kind of like mold the edges and hook it onto things. I figure I can hook this onto the side of the hospital bed. Also, I was planning on getting this fan anyway for the baby stroller. We're getting double usage out of this, and I'm gonna unpack it eventually and put the batteries in, but for now, we'll just put this in the bag. This bag is getting hefty already. I know hospital rooms can be cold and sterile, so I've heard that we should bring blankets. This is one blanket that I'm pretty sure I'm gonna give to Michael. He's gonna be like sleeping on the couch. I have his list coming up that I will share soon. I kind of want to bring 2 blankets like this. These are just like very lightweight, very soft and fuzzy blankets that I can fold up and roll into very small sizes. It's gonna be November or December, I don't know when, but I anticipate will be cold. Next is my eye mask. I sleep with this every single night, so I'm going to need it in the hospital, and I know that the hospital environment can be very bright and also very loud. Earplugs are something that are kind of on my like maybe list, but this is a definite. I will not be able to sleep without this. Actually, I have to keep this in my bedside drawer because I'm still using this now. So this is like a last minute item. Next, I'm bringing these Adidas slides for my shower shoes. I know you don't need to bring shower shoes, and I'm sure the hospital gives you like flip-flop type things, but I just wanted to bring my own comfy shoes. Comfy socks. I've got a few pairs here. These are like grippy socks from Frida. I feel like grippy socks are a really good idea because if I have to go to the bathroom, for some reason I just envisioned slipping. But then I felt like it's winter, maybe I'm gonna want some bigger, taller, fuzzier socks, so I have this taller fuzzy pair. And then I was like, well, maybe I'm gonna want some color, so I have these rainbow kind of medium length calf socks, and I just feel like with this trio of socks, my feet will be covered. No pun intended. Up next, undies. I brought a couple of these like period undies. So this is Fink's underwear. The bigger and the heftier the better. I also have this other pair of underwear that also has like padding in the bottom section. While we're here, I can show you the Depends underwear that I got. So I actually got a packet of, I think like 12 of these for at home for the postpartum period, and I'm just bringing 2 of them to the hospital. I have heard of a lot of people that put these on in the hospital and then actually just wear them home. They feel really comfortable, and I'm pretty excited about these. I know a lot of people don't bring these because the hospital gives you pads, and I know that they also kind of give you like a makeshift version of this with like, you know, some sort of stretchy gauze underwear with like a pad in the base, but this seems just a lot more comfortable and a lot more like you're actually wearing a pair of underwear. So I'm gonna bring at least 2 of these. I might actually add in a couple of more just to have them, but I have more once I get home. I don't have it here because I'm still using them every day, but I'm also gonna bring my AirPods. Same thing with my Haka, which is the manual breast pump. A lot of people said that when you're in the hospital, if you do have a heavy flow of colostrum early on, which I've already been leaking colostrum at night, so I maybe anticipate that I might have that. They say that it's a good idea to just like have your Haka to be able to collect anything that's coming out, because in those early days, colostrum is like liquid gold. More booby things, I have these disposable nipple pads. A lot of people told me that using the disposable ones helps to avoid things like infections, like yeast infections, or I don't know. 2 sets of these are coming for now. Cups with straws. So I got this and another one that looks just like this, but is a tan color off of Amazon. And I'm gonna bring both of these, one for me, one for Michael. A lot of people say in the hospital you're gonna want to have a cup that has a straw so you don't have to open anything and you can just like easily drink. I also felt like I needed something like this anyway for nursing. People say when you're nursing, you don't have 2 hands to open a cup. So I got these and they're working really well. And the last thing for me is this little sonogram. It's really hard to tell what you're looking at here. We tried to get this 4D, 5D scan. I don't know what it was. The umbilical cord was blocking his face, but I'm convinced that I can see his little nose and his little lips. And a lot of people said if you bring a sonogram, it will give you something to look at when you're pushing, or if you have to go get a C-section, you can look at the sonogram and just know what is about to come out. So he's coming to the hospital too. Now for toiletries, I have this Hadaki that folds up, but then I can unroll it and I can hang it up right in the bathroom of the hospital. And just to kind of talk you through some stuff that's in here, I don't need to like take everything out, but I'm going to be bringing a toothbrush and toothpaste, shampoo, conditioner, and body wash, which I already put together inside of this little carry case. So these are labeled conditioner, shampoo, body wash. I honestly don't even know if I'm going to be washing my hair at all, but I figure if I do, it'll be nice to have my own stuff. Also, contact lenses. I have like replacements for at least 5 days in the hospital, although I don't anticipate we will be in there that long. But contacts and my glasses. I'm bringing my own deodorant. This is the plastic-free deodorant. I'm going to be bringing lip balm, which is currently in my purse, but I'll transfer it into here. Also a hairbrush and some scrunchies that will be tied around the base of the brush. All my face creams I have yet to pack, but whatever I put on my face, like my moisturizers and my serums, I think it will be nice to have my own face creams with me, so that's kind of like a last minute throw that in the bag situation. Also this nipple butter. This is like a nursing balm that I started using on my nipples kind of early on, but then I stopped because I didn't want to do too much stimulating. But I'm going to be using this probably once I start nursing, and this particular brand is safe for me to put on and then nurse right after using. I don't have to wash it off before nursing, so I'll be bringing this. It's from Herba Viva. The only other things I haven't shown you are my prenatals. I'm going to throw in like a little thing kind of similar to what I have here, but of my face wash. This is one of those magic erasers that takes makeup off. Not that I'm going to be wearing makeup, but I love this cloth, so I will be putting this in the toiletries bag. Now on to Michael. So I don't have any of Michael's stuff here except for one thing, but Michael's gonna throw in extra clothes for himself. He'll obviously be sleeping at the hospital too, so he'll have, you know, his blanket, and he's going to bring a pillow of his own as well. He's also gonna have to pack his own toiletries and snacks. One thing we're bringing is, I got this bag, one of those freezer bag type things. Our plan is that we're going to fill one of these with like a Ziploc bag of a lot of ice, and then we're gonna toss a lot of things in there that we wanna take for ourselves, things that need to stay cold, like drinks, or I might bring some bone broth or something like that, and we're gonna keep it in this freezer bag. And we figure it's a good idea to put like bags of ice next to it because the hospital will definitely have ice for us to keep refilling those bags of ice with. And then we're also probably going to put, not in the freezer bag, but just like in Michael's section, a whole lot of snacks. And we haven't really figured out our snacks yet, but we'll probably do like Simple Mills crackers and some protein bars and some trail mix. I know once I go into actually get the epidural, I can't eat anymore, but before I get to that point, I want to make sure that I'm eating stuff. So definitely just like healthy snacks, fruits, and things that are like protein packed. And then Michael has this little skin to skin shirt, which he's so excited about. And it's basically the shirt that he's gonna wear when the baby's born, so that when they put the baby on his chest, he can unvelcro it and put the baby right on his skin and then close it up. So here's his skin to skin shirt, and I'm gonna set this aside for him to pack in his bag. Now we are on to for baby. So I've tried to put all of the baby stuff in this little bag. I don't know if everything is in here yet. I'm definitely gonna have to add some more stuff. 2 to 3 little outfits and hats. So here's just like one that I brought. It's this little knotted gown. The bottom just like ties up. And I also have this matching hat to go with it. Then I have a couple of swaddle cloths. So this is a little giraffe swaddle. I also have this little burp cloth. I don't know, it's just a gray burp cloth from Burt's Bees, as well as this little security blanket. Has some surfers and palm trees and stuff, and then it's tie-dye on the back. Then we have a pair of socks and a pair of these mittens that are connected. And then we're also bringing Weenie. Also formula. I actually need to confirm that my hospital will let me bring my own formula. And this is just in the case that something about his weight is off or his blood sugar levels are low and they recommend giving him formula. I'm hoping that they will approve this one because it's FDA approved. And the only other thing for baby that I have not shown you here is his car seat. We're gonna basically bring the car seat with us, and then he's gonna leave in that little carrier that we will strap into the car. So that's the baby stuff. And then I just made this little section of other stuff. Some things that some people recommended that I wasn't sure if we needed. One being a night light. Some people said that the hospital room can either be really bright or really dark, so having some sort of light is a good idea. And then I also put my camera there. I do not plan on vlogging the birth or really like capturing it too much because our hospital actually doesn't allow me to take video in the room. Our doula will be there who will have her phone and she'll be able to take some photos for us. My only reason for bringing a camera would be if I wanted to take some photos of him after he's born, but I kind of feel like I can wait until I get home to take like high resolution photos, so I'm not sure. If I have room, I'll throw the camera in, but I'm not going to be bringing like a tripod and my batteries and chargers and, you know, microphone and all that. The very last thing that I just put on the other list, because I know hospitals give this stuff out, but it is kind of a nice to have. I got this incredible kit from Freedom Mom that has a lot of really great things in it. This perineal healing foam, these perineal cooling pad liners, a few disposable pairs of underwear like boy short briefs. It has this little peri bottle, which apparently is really great for like squirting and cleaning yourself off after a vaginal birth, because I don't think you can wipe right away. And it also came with 4 packs of these like instant cold pads. So you snap it and then you shake it and then you kind of peel something off and you can stick it in your underwear, and this is like a cooling pad. I know that maybe not all of these will be necessary in the hospital. A lot of this stuff is probably just useful for postpartum at home, but they put together this nice little kit of stuff and it's pretty small to just travel with this, so I might just throw this whole thing in. That is what I plan to put in my hospital bag. Please remember, this is my first time doing this and I kind of just scraped together this list from other people's lists and from friends and family, but I would love it if you could comment below and let me know if I'm missing anything major or if there's anything here that I just do not need. I know that my hospital will have pretty much all the resources. Like, I definitely know that if I just went into labor in the middle of the street and didn't have any of this, that I would be beyond fine giving birth in my hospital without any of this, so I'm well aware of that. But I just figured, you know, why not make the situation more comfortable and bring whatever I can and be prepared ahead of time. Let me know if you like this video by giving it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time on my YouTube channel.